Hello, it's Sydney Rose and I'm back in the art studio building. So for this video, I am going to be making my friend Maddie one of those like yarn bowls that you can put yarn in, and it's like an animal, and the yarn you can feed it through the mouth because she's really big into crocheting and her birthday is this Friday. So, or maybe it's Saturday, I can't remember the dates. I know it's the date. I'm not going to expose her birthday for privacy, but it's either Friday or Saturday because I'm not actually sure what today it's either because it's summer break, and you know, sometimes the date and the days get blurred on summer break for teachers. I'm not exactly sure when this video will come out because I've got a couple of projects and I'm trying to make a lot of videos to post for after I'm recovering from my surgery, and I'm going to be making a video about my surgery as well, but we'll see. But I might be MIA for a little bit depending on how that goes, but I'm trying to make the amount of videos I can to still post every Thursday for you guys. And I just looked up the date. It's Monday the 26th. So that's when I'm filming this. So it could come out later in June because it's May 26th right now. It could come out later in June. It could come out next week. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. So let's move on whichever way the slide goes to making this yarn bowl for my friend Maddie. My clay back to the building from the house because I had it in the house, but this stuff is way heavier than it looks. Okay, fast forward, my hair is crazy because it's raining outside and I decided to go to the gym before I started on this, so crazy hair, don't care. Messy hair, don't care. All of the millennial sayings that you'd see on one of those like quotes on Facebook. But I'll put in my inspiration. I found a video on Facebook that I kind of like, and then I found a picture on Pinterest that I'm also going to go with. But it's time to make a bowl. I've got better clay materials this time, thank goodness. So yeah, let's make a YouTube video for making this yarn bowl. Yeah, just enjoy the ambiance of the rain. Okay, that's enough. Back to the project. And hello, it's voiceover Sydney Rose here, and so this video will be coming out a week later than I intended it to, but that's okay. If you follow me on Instagram or you saw my community post, you know that I was having a lot of trouble getting my last week of school vlog to upload on time, but hopefully here's hoping, manifesting, praying, all of the things that it will actually upload on time and not take a week. But I'm actually doing this before instead of the day of for the voiceover, so hopefully I'll have a good couple of hours to get it to upload and schedule it. So here's hoping. But just as always in all my art videos, here's my time lapse of my process. I figured this would be for a small bowl or a small like ball of yarn because I still have a small kiln, so I am limited with the size of things I can make. So I just molded this bowl inside a plastic bowl. That's usually how I go. I don't have a wheel to throw things on, and I am mostly a hand builder. I can throw, but it's not really my forte. I like hand building things a lot better, but maybe in the future I will invest in getting a wheel and see if I can get better at throwing on the wheel, but we'll see. Not really sure because you guys know I never really have a script. I'm not really sure what else to say here, so I'm just kind of talking. But so I've shaped my bowl. I'm gonna have to let this dry a little bit so it can hold its own shape, but I think this is gonna be good. So it's gonna be for a small ball of yarn. It'll fit right in there, and I'm gonna make it a octopus. That's seeming to be a trend, but the one that I've probably already shown in the video with editing and stuff, I'm going to do a mix of the two, and that's what she requested for her birthday. So I think it'll turn out really good. And again, for my ceramics enthusiast, don't blow dry it. I'm on a time crunch. I know you're not supposed to, but it does risk being cracked if you do that. I did it very, very lightly and on a light temperature to avoid as much cracking as possible, and it didn't crack at all. But again, I was on a time crunch for this because I decided to do it like the week before her birthday, and you know, ceramics takes a really long time and firing takes a couple hours, honestly more than a couple hours depending on the time, if you put it on fast, medium, or slow. And I always put it on medium slow or slow for my bisque fires just to hopefully avoid explosion as much as possible. And then, you know, I have to let it dry out for about 2 days, and you'll see later in the video that I was kind of struggling to let it dry out because the temperature and the weather where I was at was very rainy and humid, so it just wasn't going in my favor. But hey, I always make it work. I always figure it out, and that's the best thing you can do as an artist. Gotta just kind of go with the flow. And in this upcoming clip, you'll see it all finished. I'm actually so proud of how this turned out. I thought it turned out super cute. It was different than anything I've ever really made before because I was trying to make it look more cutesy than realistic, and I'm super proud of how it turned out. Alright, so now I'm letting it dry, put my logo on there. Just gotta wait for it to dry completely so I'm able to put it in the actual kiln. That way, so it doesn't explode. Pew! So it's officially been 2 days of this thing drying, and it's still not leather hard yet. It's been raining a lot, and you can see how like cloudy and stuff it is, so I don't know if it has anything to do with the air lately, or the humidity. So I'm thinking if I just leave my building open today, maybe if I leave it out here for a few hours, I can put it in the kiln tonight. I need this to be done by Sunday. Today is Thursday, so I'm a little concerned that it's not going to be dry enough to put in the kiln in time, but we're gonna hopefully figure it out. If anything, I can make the one clay ceramic faux pas and air dry it with blow dry it with a hair dryer, but I don't want it to crack, so we'll see. Sophie. Meow. It's still going. I was hoping it'd be done by now, but it's still going. The truth, I haven't opened it yet. Yes, she made it. Beautiful. And it was finally time to glaze, so Maddie wanted it to be pink, but I don't have pink glaze, so I thought maybe I could make it more of a warm tone purple if I started to layer with a red glaze and go on top of it with the purple. And I don't have a lot of colors, so I went back and embellished it with some nail polish just like I did with the first one. I need to go and get some more glaze colors, but I just got a basic glaze packet, or pack I guess, when I got my kiln. So I don't really have a lot of colors. I don't even have black, which is crazy because that's my favorite color, but in the future for sure. I'm probably not going to be able to do a lot of ceramics for a while after my surgery coming up, but whenever that's done and whenever I'm getting back into ceramics, I will definitely invest in some black glaze because I want to make some really pretty like black mugs and maybe do some space and ocean themed with that's more on the darker side for my business. And you know, alt girly, it's just got to be more of that gothic aesthetic for sure. And here's how the glaze turned out. I really enjoy the color and how it turned out looking. And like I said in my last little voiceover thing, I will go back over it with some nail polish to get some colors. So obviously there's not food being placed in this, so it's okay. But nail polish and on ceramics would definitely not be food safe. So if you're ever wanting to work on something like this and you don't have the glaze colors and you want to add nail polish, just make sure you're not adding nail polish to things that you would potentially eat out or drink out of, because nail polish isn't food safe like glaze is. And here's the final product. I love it. I think it's so cute, and stay tuned for Maddie's reaction.
I know what it's supposed to be. Okay. Sorry, I had to do it before.
I mean, she knows what it is.
Ooh. Oh, that's so cute.
Thank you.
That's so cute, Sydney. Thank you.
I'm glad you like it.
I want to do this. It's like ink.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And that brings us to the end of the video. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. All the things that all the YouTubers say. But thanks for watching, and I hope you have the most beautiful day ever. Bye.